Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with your final hot take of the evening. What did I tell you was the bigger enemy in the years to come? And that is the wokeness. And the wokeness won't stop. Starbucks fired New Jersey barista for refusing to wear pride shirt. Lawsuit claims. Woman says she was assured her faith wouldn't be an issue. A New Jersey woman, this is from Fox, was fired by Starbucks for refusing to wear a pride t-shirt because of her religious beliefs. Betsy Fries, a Christian from Newark who started working as a Starbucks barista in December 2015, alleged in a suit filed last week she was assured by managers that her faith wouldn't be an issue. Look, I have no problem with people getting fired for doing something dumb at work, but I have a huge problem with Starbucks pushing their values on people. Because listen to what they said. Miss Fresh holds the personal religious belief that all people need Jesus. The filing continues. Miss Fresh believes that every Christian is called to love and treat everybody with respect and compassion, irrespective of their religious or other beliefs. Fresh's manager told her she would have to wear the shirt at work only for a district manager to tell her in late August that her employment had been terminated, according to the lawsuit. A notice of separation from Starbucks cited in the filing says Fresh was fired for violating the company's core values, and that she said her colleagues need Jesus when she was given the t-shirt. We enforce these values when we embrace inclusion and diversity and welcome and learn from people with different backgrounds and perspectives, the termination notice reads. So in other words, think how we think, do what we say, or you're on the street. Okay. Okay, Starbucks. That is the exact opposite way to create inclusion and diversity. Because what you create is enforced inclusion and diversity, which creates resentment. Okay? It creates resentment amongst your employees. Yeah, they do it, but they suck it up because they just want your money. And they think of your tactics as being hollow, and your core values mean nothing. I mean, they actually mean nothing. You hurt your core values because you're not bringing anybody over to your side. And why does a corporation have core values? Okay, this is dumb because I believe that Starbucks would abandon its core values in a hot second to make more money. A hot second. And in the days to come, maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but in the years to come, you watch how suddenly those core values, you don't hear too much about them anymore, because the trend will change. And when it changes, watch out. Watch out. It's just amazing. It's just amazing that Starbucks keeps bending over backwards for the woke. And what do they get from it? What do they get? They got nothing. They lost millions of dollars closing down, forcing diversity training on all their employees. They announced that, all their bathrooms are now open to everyone everywhere. Homeless. If you're taking drugs, Starbucks probably is a great place to go take them, I guess, because they're not refusing anybody. Some of the Starbucks bathrooms, I think, have needle thingies for people, and as much as I love Starbucks iced tea, it's I don't go there much anymore. Now the Starbucks I go to, they're really nice. They're the high-end ones, but you go to the ones in the city, first off, Antifa's burning them down every other day, and they're just so jam-packed with people anyway that anyone would even care a barista wore a shirt or didn't wear a shirt during Pride Week. Who cares? Who cares? Why are you costing your company money over this? Makes no sense. Why do you have to bully some religious girl? Okay? And yeah, she probably said, oh, you guys need Jesus. Who cares? Who cares? Tell her to shut up and go back to work. But, you know, Starbucks has got to be so woke and wonderful. I get woke and go broke, Starbucks. It's going to happen. Maybe not today, but someday. And speaking of woke, YouTube got brutally ratioed after attempting the woke takedown of Thanksgiving. They put up this ridiculous video called Unthanksgiving to honor Native Americans and indigenous heritage, to better understand their history. I mean, it was very preachy. Very preachy. And people were just blasting them in the comment section. But that's YouTube. They're totally, in my view, they're totally tone deaf. You know, first they did that YouTube rewind, which was like, it was like they took all the people who worked at YouTube who understood it, and they all retired with their money, I guess, or got fired, and then they replaced them with a bunch of corporate guys who sort of heard that people like this stuff, and then they said, oh, well, I know, we'll do a takedown of Thanksgiving. Yeah, that'll be great. They'll love that. Yeah, no one loved it because it's stupid. It's stupid. You're making fun of a holiday that's just eating food. No one cares. No one cares about the rest. You think anybody sits around and goes, oh, you know, remember when the Pilgrims and the Indians got together? That's for like fourth graders. People love this holiday because they eat and watch football, and you people are trying to ruin it. Just stop. Just give it up. You're making more enemies than friends. I'll tell you that. Yeah, the 2% of the wokerati are all about this, but very few people are into your takedown of Unthanksgiving. Like, oh yeah, the kids are like that. That should take off and go viral, as the kids say. Yeah. And finally, a young queer Asian American businesswoman will control free speech on Twitter, everyone. Yay! What? It's like, who cares what her traits are? Who cares? Tech news site Protocol published a profile recently of Christine Sue, the senior product manager for the conversational safety at Twitter. Sue's approach to the platform's censorship will focus on transformative and procedural justice. See, it's not even that censorship is a problem now on Twitter anymore. Now it's like, oh, I can make censorship sound great. Oh, there's going to be transformative and procedural justice. And what's that mean, you might ask? Well, see, transformative justice is a pathway to repair the harm that's been done, and to prevent its reoccurrence. And procedural justice is a set of fair rules that make harm rarer in the first place. So in other words, pre-crime, lots of pre-crime, to make sure you think right about certain groups. Because comedy is dead on Twitter. And they haven't gotten rid of enough people who are right-leaning yet. They won't be happy until they turn Twitter into an absolute woke nightmare. They're pretty much there already. You know, the people who are left on Twitter, who are not super woke, they're on Parler, first off, so they're all ready to jump ship, and they know the time is coming. It'll be like when the Donald subreddit left Reddit and created its own website called TheDonald.win. It'll be very similar. You'll see everybody on Twitter, and it's happening now. They just start to ban, every random conservative. And at some point, I'll get banned. I'm sure. I'm sure I'll say something flip and stupid, and I'll get banned. Although I don't have a big enough following to make it worth it, but at some point they'll just start banning everybody, I guess. It's all this idea that, oh no, you have to play nice, everyone. Everyone has to be nice. But she gets to define what nice is. See, Is it nice to call someone an a-hole? No, it's not nice. Well, what if I called Donald Trump an a-hole? Oh, well, then that's fine. Yeah, that's the way it's going to go. Probably, in my view. It's just, and they're looking at what New Zealand has done, right? The official legal system in New Zealand, they're looking at them as a model. New Zealand enacted some pretty draconian legislation, run by a woman, by the way. New Zealand is interesting that women are wielding this power now, that they get this power. And what do? Oh, I'm going to fix everything. You're all going to get along. So yeah, I mean, this is just going to ruin Twitter's already an S show. This will just, make it worse. It'll make it worse. And it'll be like people horrified. I mean, I already see it. Like, I talk to people on Twitter, and I always regret it when I have a conversation with them. I'm talking to a guy now, and he promoted this girl who's promoting her OnlyFans site. And my initial question was, are you simping for this girl? Like, what's the deal here? Why are you promoting her? And he's like, oh, she's my friend. And I asked him, like, well, is she your friend? Like, you know her, or you went to school with her? Like, what's the deal here? And I'm waiting for a response, because I have a sense that he doesn't actually know her. He just knows her online. And he's thinking about supporting her OnlyFans site, which would make him a simp, right? I mean, that's basically the definition. And and he already got mad at me and was like, oh, what the F do you give a crap about what people do? Like, he posted it. I follow him, and he posted it. He's another writer, right? Because the writers follow each other. And he, posted that. And I thought it was kind of inappropriate. Like, I don't need some weak porn stuff in my feed. I'll put the strong porn stuff in my feed. I used to follow Riley Reid, but I had to stop following her because, man, she put up full-blown porn videos in her feed, and I just be like, whoa, is anybody watching me look at Twitter? So I said, you know what, I'm going to stop following porn stars because I don't want porn in the feed. It's just a little too much, a little too distracting. But, it's just like, oh, but that's fine. Supporting a woman who's going to charge you for pictures and sexy videos, like, that's somehow okay. I think that's kind of, I feel like it's a little warped, I do, especially in this day and age when there's so much porn on the internet. But far be it from me to tell someone how to spend their money. It's the internet, and it always comes back. Damn it. It always comes back to porn, doesn't it? So, yeah, make Twitter more woke. I'm sure that's going to make it really tolerable to people. Good luck with that.